Walt Disney's Space Probe Math, Problem Solving, Area and Perimeter, Activity 1, for the TRS-80, Color Computer 2.
Walt Disney Personal Computer Software presents Space Probe Math. Problem solving, area and perimeter. As the explorer ship Palomino hurtles through the outer reaches of the galaxy, its crew members behold a rare sight. An Earth-like planet, a planet with clouds, oceans, and rivers. Where there's water, there may be life. So Captain Holland immediately gives the order to prepare for landing. Descending through the clouds, the crew looks down upon a varied landscape of mountain ranges, volcanoes, open fields, and dense jungle.
Look at that. The ruins of a great city.
Stations, everyone. We're taking her down. Pfizer, activate all safety systems. Vincent, check to see if the air is breathable.
I already have, Captain. It's basically an Earth-like atmosphere.
Moving cautiously away from the ship, the Palomino's crew begins to explore the jungle-covered ruins. As they stop to examine the remains of an abandoned vehicle, Dr. McRae senses an alien presence, and then, out of the shadows,
Savages. We're surrounded.
Well, they're not going to take me without a fight. No. Get a grip on yourself, Booth.
Please put away your weapons. I am Ishtar, and I welcome you here in peace.
Hey, these people aren't dangerous.
Certainly not. But we were once. Centuries ago, we fought terrible wars and almost destroyed ourselves. The survivors abandoned the city, and since that time, our people have lived a simple life in the countryside. And since all the technological knowledge of our former days is lost, we wouldn't know how to survive in the city, even if we wanted to.
Fascinated by Ishtar's story, the Palomino crew follows her and inspects the tribe's crude village. And their primitive farming techniques. Then, in the middle of a sentence, Ishtar becomes strangely quiet.
Ishtar, what's the matter?
I sense that the volcano beyond the jungle is active again. Soon its fire and ashes will destroy our crops.
Isn't there anything you can do?
No, we must wait for the destruction to end. Then we will begin all over again.
Well, there's something we can do. We've got an aminoplastic on board our ship that can cover your crops and save them. But first, follow me up that hill.
Why did you bring me up here?
Because this is an ideal spot to measure your fields with my laser meter. Now come and look at this holograph, Ishtar. The first field is a square measuring 60 meters by 60 meters. All the space inside the square is called its area. When we know the area, we'll know how much aminoplastic is needed to cover it.
What is meant by the area of a figure?
We have kept some knowledge of mathematics among our people, but we don't know how to find this area you speak of.
It's really simple, Ishtar. This line is called the base.
Which line is called the base?
And this line on the side is the height.
Which line is called the height?
To find the area, you multiply the base times the height.
How do you find the area of a figure?
Since the base is 60 meters and the height is 60 meters, we multiply them together and get an answer of...
What is the area of this square?
$3,600 square meters. The answer is always in square measurements. Square inches, square centimeters, and so on.
Is that a holograph of the other field?
Yes. Here the short line is the base, and the longer line is the height.
How can they find the area of the other field?
The base of this rectangle measures 20 meters, and the height is 180 meters. Okay, Ishtar, do you remember the formula for finding area?
Of course. It's base times height.
Right. We multiply the base, 20 meters, times the height, 180 meters. And the answer is...
What is the area of this rectangle?
$3,600.
3,600 what?
3,600 square meters.
Using his communicator, Dr. Durant asks Vincent to return to the ship to get the necessary sheets of aminoplastic. Then,
Your people will have to build fences around the field so we can attach the aminoplastic to them. So we'll have to find the field's perimeters.
Perimeter?
Yes, perimeter is the distance around a closed figure.
what is meant by the perimeter of a figure?
Since both fields have the same area, won't they have the same perimeter?
Not necessarily. Watch. This is the formula for finding the perimeter. Base plus height plus height.
What is the formula for finding perimeter?
The first field is a square with all its sides measuring 60 meters. So its perimeter is 60 meters plus 60 meters plus 60 meters plus 60 meters, which adds up to...
What is the perimeter of the first field?
$240 meters.
Does that mean we'll need 240 meters of fencing?
Exactly. The second field is a rectangle. The base is 20 meters, and the height is 180 meters.
What is the perimeter of the second field?
So we add 20 meters plus 20 meters plus 180 meters plus 180 meters. And the answer is 400 meters.
I see. So even though two figures have the same area, they can have different perimeters.
That's right, Ishtar.
As the volcano begins erupting, everybody works feverishly to get the aminoplastic in place to save the crops. As the fiery lava tumbles into the jungle, animals run to escape. At the same moment, some distance away,
This box canyon is the only safe place for our horses, if it is big enough for the entire herd. So I must determine its area. I know that the canyon's base is 40 meters, and its height is 100 meters. Now, what is the formula for finding the area? Area equals base times height. Now, how do I set up the problem? I take the base, 40 meters, and multiply it times the height, 100 meters, and the answer is... ...4,000 square meters. That's more than enough room for the horses.
As the volcano throws out fire and ash, Ishtar's people round up the horses and guide them into the box canyon. Several days later, the volcanic eruptions stop, and Ishtar and the crew go out to inspect the damage.
Your aminoplastic worked. Our crops and our animals have been saved. How can we thank you?
There's no need for thanks.
If you like, we can leave some of our tools and equipment behind to help you. We've got plenty.
Thank you, but no. Although your technology was helpful to us, we must remain true to our way of life. Just as you must remain true to yours. Goodbye, my friends. And may your kindness be rewarded wherever you are in the universe.